Hi guys, welcome to your pick a card reading. Today we're going to be doing a reading talking about your soulmate. We're going to be talking about their personality, talking about your connection with them, and talking a little bit about the purpose of your connection within this relationship. So if you're ready, I'm going to give you a moment to pick your pile. After you do that, you can go ahead and scroll down into the description box, and I will have the timestamps below so you can jump right ahead to your reading. With all that said, this is pile number 1, this is pile number 2, and this is pile number 3. Please take a moment and remember to pick with your intuition and tap into your third eye chakra. I'll give you a moment to feel the energy, then pick your pile, and then I will see you in your reading. Looking forward to seeing you in the reading. See you there. Hi, pile number 1. Today we're going to be doing a reading talking about your soulmate. We're going to be talking about their personality and getting to know them and their energy a little bit better to help guide you on the path to your soulmate. So starting out right away, I already pulled some cards for you. We have Mercury the mind, we have the air element of communication, and we have Capricorn I use. Now, what I'm getting pile number 1 is that this is a person that is very strong-willed. They are, I'm seeing very much boss-like energy. They like to take control of situations. They like to be the one that's in control, in charge. They're very strong will, and what I'm hearing is strong-minded. It's not so much that their will is overpowering. I don't get that this is a person that is like very domineering or always wants to have their way, but I'm getting that this is a person with a really impeccable mind, and because of that, they are put into a position of natural leadership, of natural authority, because what Spirit is saying is that they have almost a brilliant mind, and because of that, it would be a waste for them not to use that in a position of leadership or authority. That it's just their natural energy gravitates towards authority. Now, I'm seeing that they might very well be a cardinal sign. If you don't know what a cardinal sign is, those are the signs that like to be in positions of authority, and the zodiac signs that are cardinal is Capricorn, Libra, Cancer, and Aries. And I'm getting very strong Libra type of energy for this reading. A lot of Capricorn too, as well, since we pulled the Capricorn card. But, you know, a lot of people don't realize that Capricorns are incredibly smart. They are one of the smartest signs. That's why they are known for achieving so much. That's why they rule the 10th house of the greatest achievement in all of our birth charts. It's because they naturally have the mind capacity and the mental resources to make big, bold changes in the world. And what I'm seeing is that's what your person, your soulmate, is actually all about. I feel like this is a person with an incredible amount of resources within their own mind. Now, what Spirit is telling me that they mean by that is that resources of the mind, meaning that they have a variety of subjects that they are not just good at, they are actually great at. I feel like this might be a person that speaks multiple languages. I feel like this might be a person that studies multiple schools of thought. I feel like this is somebody who's well-versed in history, well-versed in different cultures of the world, somebody that might have traveled a lot. And if they haven't traveled a lot, I feel like they have traveled a lot mentally, meaning that they are very broad-minded, that they have, that they see things from many people's perspectives, and there's nothing narrow about the way this person views the world, that they see the world, through many perspectives, not just from their own perspective in life, that they're constantly challenging their mind to understand other people, to understand what this world is really about. And I feel like this person not only has the gift of intellect, but also has the gift of communication. So I feel like this person might be someone that's very chatty in general, somebody who likes to talk. And I feel like this might actually be a part of this person's natural, love language, is that they really are looking for someone, whether they realize it or not, that they can carry on a good conversation with. Somebody that is open-minded just like they are, and really likes to talk about deeper things, talk about a variety of subjects, talk about, I'm hearing, when it comes to conversation, anything goes. That they want to talk about stuff that's taboo. They want to even talk about the mundane stuff, that there's nothing in this person's mind that they don't find fascinating. It's like I see them almost as a sponge that is absorbing all of this information and a variety of experiences that the world has to offer for all of us. But this person really doesn't want to let any opportunities pass them by. That they are kind of a go-getter, but the purpose of them being a go-getter isn't so much like a fire sign, that they're going out and what I mean by that is that they're not kind of like a fire sign that's going out and just doing things for the sake of the experience. This person is doing things for the sake of having better mental clarity and better understanding of the world around them. It's kind of like, whether they realize it or not, this person is searching for the meaning of life, that they have such an overactive mind that they're trying so hard to figure out what life and reality and this reality is all about. And they're doing that through communicating with others. This person might have a podcast or a blog. They might be a travel blogger. I hear that coming through actually pretty strongly. Even if they don't get to travel physically, like I said, I feel like they're traveling mentally, meaning that they are not staying in one place within their perspective. Their perspective is constantly shifting, and they're constantly meeting new people, talking to new people, trying to challenge their perspective of the world, and trying to get a broader and broader perspective of what reality really is. And I feel like what's also coming through is that physically, this is a person that might be almost a little bit wiry. I know that sounds strange to say, but wiry in their build, probably kind of thin, and they have very fast movements. What's coming through is that they have very almost bird-like eyes that are full of inquisitiveness. That I see that they might have very dark eyes, actually. Very dark, penetrating eyes, but it's like their eyes are almost electric, that their mind is so active, and their eyes actually kind of dart around a lot. Their body in general, I feel like they have a hard time sitting still. They have a lot of restless energy, and that's not because their body needs to move so much, it's because their mind is just moving so much that they have a hard time sitting still. They have a hard time it's like subconscious. Their hands and feet might always be moving. Their eyes is what is really standing out to me. Might be constantly kind of looking around even when they're paying close attention to things, that their mind is constantly just absorbing their surroundings and absorbing other people's perspectives. Now, I feel like this person, even though they have all of this kind of restless energy, still has a groundedness to them. They're still very purpose-driven, and they're somebody that naturally comes into a position of leadership. I don't feel like they are seeking out leadership in the sense that they're egomaniacs or anything like that. I feel like this person is moderately humble, but they are seeking out, they take the lead when it comes to anything that involves information in the mind. That they take the lead in social situations. They take the lead in what I'm hearing is in driving or looking for adventures in life, because they are so hungry for truth. They are so hungry for more knowledge and for more understanding. And I feel like that understanding does not just come from books, even though I feel like this is someone that does like to read, or at least like listens to audiobooks, because I feel like this person doesn't like to sit still. But I feel like this is a person that naturally just wants to learn from other people, learn through seeing things through other people's eyes, through talking to other people. This might also be someone that is a journalist or has had a dream of becoming a journalist. I feel like it could also, I'm getting this could also be that this person might have some strong Gemini in their chart. I'm not sure if I really feel like this person is a Gemini sun. I feel like this person has strong Libra for sure because of the cardinal energy coming through. But I definitely feel a lot of mercurial energy, which could either be Virgo, which would be more grounded, or Gemini, which would be more fast-moving energy that will be coming through in their chart. So let's get some more cards, pile number one, and let's get some more information on this person's personality, their character. Pile number one. Some more information on pile number ones. Okay, pile number one. We have the High Priestess. Just adjust that. We have the High Priestess. We have the World. We have the Star card, and we have the Justice. So, what I'm seeing for their personality, this is someone that really embraces duality within themselves and within others. I feel like this is somebody that doesn't just look at things from like a very black and white perspective. I feel like this is somebody that really likes to take into consideration the perspective of multiple people. And I'm hearing that this is really good, especially for you in a relationship, that this is somebody that even when you get into like little arguments with, or you have disagreements with over small things, this is somebody that will genuinely try to look at things from your perspective, that will not try to just win the fight for the sake of winning an argument, but somebody that will naturally see things through your eyes and try to do what is serving what's correct, what's serving what is true, rather than just having the argument be ego-driven and trying to win according to, the sake of winning. I don't see that that's part of this person's personality. I feel like this person doesn't quite realize how strong their connection is to the divine yet. I feel like this is something that you might be called to bring forth within them, because I feel like this is actually a very highly spiritual person, but I don't know that they have recognized that within themselves yet. I feel like this person's naturally very humanitarian. They care deeply about other people. They care deeply about what's right. They care about justice. They care about truth. They care about harmony. I'm hearing harmony is a very big thing for them. I feel like this is somebody that has a natural connection with the higher realms and the divine, and that's why they are such great humanitarians. That's why they're so called to looking at things from a point of view of what's just and what's fair and what's correct. That they're not really ego-driven type of people. They're more about, well, what I'm hearing is peace and harmony. And I really feel like this person has some strong Libra in their chart, because that is what Libra is all about at its core. Now, I feel like this person really desires to travel the world, and I feel like this person wants to see the world with you. That this person really has been almost waiting for you two to come together so that they can really experience the world on the level that they want to. I feel like this is a person that wants to have a partner in all that they do. I feel like this is a person that really likes partnership. They really like other people, and I feel like they're waiting for you. They want to have, like, what I'm hearing is their other half in helping them to pursue their greatest goals. I feel like they want you to be by their side. They want your help in broadening their perspective. They feel like something's missing right now, and what I'm hearing is what's missing is you in their life. And I feel like this person is somebody that is deeply connected also to the animal world, and that they have a soft spot for animals. I'm hearing not just animals, but for nature in general, for even insects and stuff. I feel like this is a person that really values all life, and they might have a lot of 11th house energy as well, is what I'm hearing. Let's pull a few more cards to get some more information on this person. Let's find out how this person will feel when they meet you. Alright, pile number one. These cards describe the purpose of your union. We have birthing a new age, we have inner temple, we have play, and we have answer the call. So I feel like when you two come together, that this is kind of almost bigger than yourselves. I feel like you two have a great purpose to do on the earth together, and when you two come together, that you're going to be doing some sort of great humanitarian work together. I feel like this person really needs you for grounding, for calming in their life, to help them to unlock their spiritual side, to help them to go into and feel. What I'm hearing is with the inner temple is to get in touch with the higher realms that are already inside them, within their spirit. And I feel like you are the one that's maybe more spiritual in this connection, that this other person is greatly spiritual, that your soulmate is very spiritual, but they're more connected to the what I'm hearing is the cerebral realms. They're connected more to what's going on in their own mind, and you're you're more connected to the spiritual realm. And when you two come together, it's going to be almost like a yin-yang type of thing, that you will each balance one another. This person that you're... this person with their great capacity of mind and your ability with your great capacity of spirituality, of connection to the spirit realms, that you two will create some sort of divine connection. I feel like your souls will recognize each other when you first meet. I don't know that you'll recognize each other's physical form, but you'll have like a heart chakra connection, that you both will feel it, like an expansion in your heart chakra right away. And that's, Spirit is saying that is a sign to you that this person is the one, this is the one you're supposed to be with. And I feel like when you two do come together, that not only will you two help each other, you're going to help to you're going to help a lot of other people in the process, because you're both light workers, both very, very evolved light workers. And I feel like what this person needs from you is grounding, is to help them, that their mind is so overactive, that what I'm hearing is their brain just never shuts up, it never shuts off. And they might very well be an air sign moon as well, because that's something that air sign moons really struggle with. They might also have a lot of kind of nervous, fidgety habits, and it's just because like their brain is just always moving. But I feel like you're going to help them to connect, to take all of that mental energy and to almost convert it into the spiritual realms. And this is going to open up whole new information, whole new knowledge that is going to benefit many people. I also feel like you two will have a very playful, very flirty connection, especially with play. I feel like this person is very clever, and I feel like they will understand you. It's like you make them tap into their spiritual side without even trying. That this person will, from just being around you, they'll be more empathic. They will naturally feel your emotions, feel what you're feeling, and that they will do their best to lighten your load in any way possible. That this is a person that always wants to help other people, but with you, it's like they feel your pain as their pain. Like if you're having a bad day, this person might not have been having a bad day, but then when they come around you, they can feel the heaviness in your energy. But rather than them just absorbing that energy, they try to transmute it, and they will be able to transmute it, meaning that they will lighten your mood. And I feel like this person will do that by telling jokes, by helping you to gain clarity on situations that maybe are challenging you at the time. That this person is going to be a great help to you, that they're going to be like a guide to you, and you're going to also be a guide to them. That you two are just going to complement each other perfectly with your capacity to guide one another with what the other one is, I would say not lacking, maybe just feeling weak in themselves. But it's not that you're weak in these areas. It's just maybe these are areas that you in your life haven't developed as much, and same and vice versa. You're going to help this person to develop parts of their soul that they just hadn't awakened yet. And same for you. And when these things awaken within both of you, I feel like it's going to be so transformative in your physical life, your spiritual life, your mental life. And I feel like it's going to have, like, I'm seeing like a ripple effect. That I'm seeing it's almost like a twin flame union, and when you two come together, it's going to kind of cause a shockwave with everybody else that you come into contact with, because it's going to be like I'm seeing it almost like a battery with like a positive and a negative charge. And when you put those together, it's like you get this electric shock wave, you get energy, you get movement. And I feel like you're going to, your coming together is going to just naturally going to change the energy of whomever you're around, because you guys are meant, you're both light workers, and you're meant to change the world with your goodness, is what I'm hearing. And it's not that there's going to be a lot of deep healing that's going to occur for your soulmates as well as for you. And that I feel like this person's words and mind will be able to heal maybe some of old wounds within yourself, and you will be able to heal within them through your more nurturing capacity. I feel like you might be a water sign or have some strong water in your chart, and that you're going to be offering them grounding and nurturing and love and spirituality and true healing and kindness that their soul deeply craves, but they haven't been able to find anywhere else in anyone else. And you're going to help to open this part of them up. And meanwhile, for you, they're going to open up your perspective and help you to gain clarity on situations that you've been through in the past, and help you to heal from old wounds. And I feel like it's almost like you two are both going to be birthed anew after this coming together. That it's like all your old pains are going to just kind of dissipate, and you're going to be starting fresh together on this new journey. And it's going to raise the vibration of everyone around you, not just within your own life, but for everyone. Well, let's get a final card. Talking about my pile number one. Oops. Okay. Okay, pile number one, we have this card that came out. And it says Dog Rose. I guess that's the name of this flower. It says undervaluing yourself, seeing your beauty. This beautiful and small wild rose appears in the hedgegrove and woodlands in June. Known disparagingly as the dog rose, perhaps because it was thought to have no worth when compared to its cultivated cousins. This plant has the strength to cling on and grow around other shrubs and trees. This card may be suggesting that you are underestimating yourself or other elements in your life. Everyone has talent and value. Remember this when you need to. Okay. So what I'm getting with that card pile number one is that your self-esteem is going to greatly increase. And I feel like maybe a lot of your old wounds that you have maybe experienced from past situations with past lovers, or maybe false soulmates, or maybe even dark soulmates, or karmic soulmates as they're more commonly called, they might have led you to feel undervalued. And I feel like your soulmate, this person, has had the same type of situations, that they kind of mirror each other, and that led to them feeling like, and possibly you feeling the same way, that you don't see what a rare and precious gem you are. You don't see how valuable you truly are, that these people made you feel like your worth was less. And that's not true at all. I'm hearing kind of like the story of the, what is that? The ugly duckling story, when it turns out that the duckling that thought it was so different than all the others and couldn't be accepted was actually a swan, was the most beautiful of them all. And I'm seeing that that's the situation with you and your soulmate, that both of you are these amazing souls that are definitely very unique spirits that have come to this earth with a unique purpose. And when you two come together, you're gonna see how valuable you really are, and the whole world is gonna see it too. I feel like you two might even become famous, because I feel like with the world card and everything we've discussed, that you have some sort of huge collective mission, something important to do in the world. And I feel like when you realize and recognize the value in yourself, and your soulmate does the same for their self, then it's like there's not going to be anything holding you two back from changing the world. And I feel like that you two are just waiting to meet one another, because once you two do, it's like you will heal all of these old karmic wounds within yourself, and you will transform. You're going to transform your own energy, and what I'm seeing is you'll transform the energy within yourself, and then that's going to transform the energy within the world. So that's all I have for you today, pile number 1. If you enjoyed this reading, please give me a like, as that helps my channel to grow. And please don't forget to comment below, as I really like to hear your thoughts and hear if this connected with you. Also, I would love to hear what zodiac signs you guys are, as I'd love to hear about astrology, your personal astrology, I mean. And please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this reading and would like to see more readings and more videos about spirituality and astrology like this. So I hope you have a beautiful and amazing day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next reading. Bye, guys. Number 2, if you chose pile number 2 with this little crystal, this is your reading. So let's jump right on in. I already pulled some cards for you. We have Gemini, I think. We have the Yod of Destiny. We have Chiron, healing, and we have Jupiter with abundance. Now, right away, what I'm getting with this connection is that this is a strong twin flame connection. This is more than just a karmic type of soulmate past life connection for you. This is a connection that I feel like has been working out over many lifetimes between you two. I feel like this is definitely more of a twin flame type of connection, and this is somebody who is going to mirror you in every way of your life. Now, let's get into this a little bit more. We're going to be talking about this person's personality. The Yod of Destiny, I feel like this person, I feel like you two chose to come together in the pre-existence before you decided to incarnate as human beings. And I feel like you two have had many lifetimes of coming together, but things kept almost like forcing you two apart. And I don't feel like it was actions of you and your soulmate that kept tearing one another apart. I feel like it was surrounding circumstances that was happening during life and during history. I feel like you two might have been driven apart from wars. I feel like you two might have been driven apart in past lives, that is, by maybe one of you passing on to the other side. I feel like you two might have been driven apart by, I'm even hearing that in past lifetimes that you two kept finding each other and you kept falling in love. And I'm hearing that all these different circumstances kept like driving your spirits apart due to external forces. and external circumstances in the world. You might be drawn to pile number 1 as well, because there's some similarities here with this twin flame connection. I'm hearing that it might even be that in past lifetimes or past incarnations that you two were forced to marry other people, and that it wasn't even of your own volition, that you were like forced either from your families or circumstances to marry people that you weren't in love with, and that you never got to have this full reunion with this twin flame, with this soulmate. And I feel like you both feel this within your body and within your spirit, within your soul of your being. I'm hearing that it's almost like fractured. Oops. I'm hearing that it's almost like fractured your solar plexus chakra, that it's almost like made you feel like you can't stand fully in your power, because you and your soulmate coming together, it's like I'm seeing that you two would be, or are meant to be, a power couple. And I'm hearing a power couple of transformation. And I feel like that's why all the darkness in the world did so much to try and keep you two apart, is because you two coming together would cause ripples, shock waves of goodness in the world, and would cause a karmic healing, not just for your own souls, but for many of the other lives that you would touch, because there would be no holding back the good within you. Now let's talk about this person's personality. I feel like this is a person that is very destiny driven. I feel like this person has, what I'm hearing is a deep connection to the the Akashic records. I don't know if they're consciously aware of that, but I feel like their soul naturally can tap into these and read and get inspiration and visions and of what will happen next in the world and in their lives. That I feel like they're very cognizant, that they just have, that just means clear knowing. They have a clear knowing, a clear understanding of what will happen next in their own lives, even if it's just small things, and also on the larger scale. I feel like this might be a person that also has visions or flashes of information that just comes to them almost like a lightning bolt, and that these are things that come to them from the divine, and they're deeply connected with the divine. And I feel like this person is somebody that is very, very, very smart, but more so in a spiritual way. I feel like this person might be very Jupiterian in the way that they look. I feel like they might be kind of more broad in their features, broad in their build, meaning that they might have kind of broad shoulders, might have kind of more broad bone structure. If depending on the person, I feel like this person has a certain like Jupiter Sagittarius energy about them, that they're very highly expansive in their mind and in their spirit, and that's reflective in their body. They might be a little bit more on the thicker side, even if they're not, thick. They just will be like, they look strong, they look sturdy, they look durable, they look like they can stand their ground. I feel like this person also has suffered through a lot in their life. I feel like this person might have also seen a lot of illness in their life. They might have had a sibling or family member, a parent, somebody close to them that suffered from some sort of problems or illness, and they've had to be a caretaker for them. And this person, I feel like, has such generosity of spirit, such a generous heart, and they're incredibly empathetic. And I feel like they feel like their destiny is to heal others. This person might be a Virgo North Node. A Virgo North Node. I feel like this person might be destined to bring healing unto other people. This person might also be a 6th house North Node. I feel like with the Yod pointing towards Chiron and then pointing towards abundance. The Yods in a birth chart are a configuration that is made like a little triangle pointing towards something, and the point is called, in ancient astrology, they called it the finger of God or the finger of destiny, that was destiny pointing towards what it is that you must do, what you have been called upon to achieve. I feel like this person definitely feels like they have a strong purpose in this life, and I feel like they're very almost single-minded in their direction towards their purpose. I feel like what I'm getting is that their purpose does have to do with healing and helping others. They might possibly also be a doctor or a physician or somebody that is drawn towards, even I'm hearing the metaphysical arts of healing. That this is somebody that is really incredibly smart, but they use their brain to try and heal and help others. But I feel like this need for healing others is more that has come from their life experiences and what they've gone through. And I feel like what their heart truthfully calls them towards is has more to do with expanding. It's like they want to heal things more on a global and societal scale with Jupiter and abundance. But I'm hearing that what they are currently doing is healing people more on the micro scale, that their soul yearns to help people on a macro scale, but what they are doing in their day-to-day life is healing and helping people on a more earthly, on a more one-to-one basis plane. And I feel like this person definitely, I feel like they feel your energy, whether you are around, whether you've met them or not. I feel like they can almost feel you, and I feel like they feel you in their solar plexus. I feel like you two not having come together has like caused a split in your own personal power in your solar plexus. I feel like this is a very powerful person in general, and I feel like you are as well, since you are their twin flame. You mirror all of this within them. But I feel like I feel like that even though you're both powerful, you have no idea the amount of powerful energy that you two can generate once you two come together. And I feel like there's healing that needs to be done on a global scale, is what I'm hearing, on a world scale. And when you two come together, it's going to be like this power surge for both of you, that it's going to feel like, it's going to feel incredibly empowering. And you two are going to be like a new version of a power couple. It's going to be like deeper than just say that you two have a lot of abundance and wealth when coming together. It's more like you two are going to shake things up in the spiritual realm and in the physical world in ways that you two will be like a force to be reckoned with, is what I'm hearing. Let's get some more information on this person and on their personality. I get some more information on pile number 2 and their personality. Information on pile number 2. Okay, pile number 2, we have the 6 of Pentacles, we have the Eight of Swords, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and the Moon card. So what I'm getting with this person's personality, I'm seeing that the number 8 might be very significant for this person, or for you. They might be a life path number 8. They might be born in the 8th house. They might have a lot of planets that are at 8 degrees or net to a number 8. I'm just seeing a lot of 8s in this reading. Now, what I'm getting here is that this is a person who, as I said before, has maybe suffered through a lot and has maybe been put into this position of being kind of a nurturer, a caretaker for others, regardless of this person's gender. This is somebody that has been put into a position of trying to help others, to almost coddle others like a child. And I'm seeing that this person had to do that even when they were themselves just a child. That they had to maybe either take care of adults or had younger siblings or maybe even older siblings that weren't capable of taking care of themselves, and they had to nurture and be there for them and be kind of a caretaker for those around them, because I feel like they went through some difficulties in their childhood that made it that circumstances were such that they had to kind of grow up quickly. And I feel like this person is someone that they learned how to be responsible at a young age. And so they've grown up to become very responsible, and they know how to control their emotions. They know how to tough it out to get through difficult times, and they believe in themselves and their capacity to climb to the top or to jump over any hurdle, anything that stands in their way. I'm also hearing that this might be similar characteristics within you, because you are their twin flame. I feel like I said earlier, you're more than just a soulmate together. You're more than just a soulmate together. You are somebody that reflects this journey and feels similarly to all this. And what I'm getting is that this is somebody that has highly psychic intuition, but they feel kind of stuck right now in their life. They feel almost kind of almost imprisoned in a sense, but I'm hearing it's a cage of their own making. That this person has all of this capacity within them, but they feel like they have to keep it to themselves. They're afraid to share their heart with the world. They're afraid to share their heart with others. They feel like they've been hurt so much at a young age by the world and by how much they've had to deal with and how quickly they had to grow up, that they've kind of put like this glass container over their heart. It's kind of reminding me, and I actually haven't seen this movie in years, but I don't know, it just gave me this image of Beauty and the Beast, and that rose that has like that glass container over the top of the rose. I can't remember what the rose symbolized in that, or what the rose meant. I remember it had something to do with the petals wilting. I feel like that imagery with that might be significant for you, because I have no clue why that came into my mind, because I haven't seen that movie since I was a little kid. And I feel like Spirit is saying that that's kind of what this person has done with their heart. They've put a glass container over it. It's almost like a time capsule over the top of it, hoping that it can never get bruised, never get hurt to the extent that it had again. But it's like, but because of this, they've almost kind of isolated themselves from true passion that they are meant to have in their life. And I feel like the reason that they've done this, it's not just what happened in this life, it's occurred over many lifetimes. And because you two have both had kind of intense past lives where you two kept having the disappointment of never coming fully together. But I'm hearing this is the lifetime where you two are meant to come fully together, and that is, this time nothing is going to change to hinder or halt you two from coming together. That you two are meant to, and when you two meet each other, it's just going to be like lightning strikes. It's going to be so powerful for both of you two. Now, I don't feel like you two will possibly feel this right away. I feel like because this person has a very guarded heart, I think they will feel it somewhere within themselves, but they're afraid to open up their full heart chakra, so it might take a little bit of time. You two might have to become friends first, but I feel like Spirit has a plan, that it's destined that you two come together, and that Spirit knows you both and has a plan for the way you two will write your love story. Because, well, what I'm hearing is that your love story is written in the stars, and that your two birth charts are going to complement each other and help one another to heal and to get past this glass cage that I'm hearing that you both have put over your heart. And you're going to feel in this relationship more liberated, more capacity to express yourself than you have ever felt before. So let's get some more cards talking about this connection. Okay, pile number 2, you had more cards come out than previous piles. We have You're Already Doing It. We have Don't Fit. Oh, I just can't talk today. Don't dim your light to fit in. We have Keepers of the Earth. We have Councils of Light. We have Break the Chain. We have Deep Replenishment. And I think I already said you're already doing it. So what these cards mean, I pulled these cards to talk about your connection and your relationship together. So when you two do come together, I feel like you're going to feel like such a feeling of relief and release. What I'm hearing is the word release, that I feel like you both feel kind of like you're put into a box, and kind of like this, almost, I'm hearing like a self-imposed prison. I don't know that it's self-imposed. I feel like circumstances in life have made you kind of feel caged, like you couldn't express your true self. You couldn't express your true heart with any previous lovers. You couldn't express what you really think or feel, and you didn't feel like you had freedom in relationships to be true, to truly let your heart shine, to truly be expressive of who you truly are. And I feel like this person has had similar relationship patterns like that. And I feel like when you two come together, it's going to just feel like, what I'm hearing is, it's like they're giving me an image of a really hot day. You know that feeling when it's like really, really hot, like triple digits, and you just feel like there's this breathlessness in the air. It's just like, you just feel like the air, even the air around you, feels kind of sticky and heavy and almost like stifling and oppressive. But then there's like this cool breeze that just kind of comes through. That's what this relationship is going to feel like to your soul. Like a cool breeze coming in on a hot, oppressive day. And it's just going to feel like this sigh of relief, of release. It's just going to feel like it's just wiping away or blowing off all of the things that made you feel tied down and tethered in your past, and even in your current life. That I feel like you two coming together will give each other a true support system, a true help that you've been needing your whole life, where Maybe you and both this person have always felt like you had to be the one that had to take care of things, that always had to be the one that was in charge, and never had other people really helping you out, that you were always the one helping all of them. And I feel like finally you're going to have somebody that cares for you in the same way you care for them, and it's going to be reciprocal, that you're both going to alleviate the burden on one another's shoulder, and that you're going to alleviate the burden upon one another's shoulders. And I feel like this is being orchestrated and led by your spirit guides. I feel like your ancestors are leading you to one another. And I feel like with this card right here, Break the Chain, I feel like the ancestors for both of you guys want you two to come together. It's almost like I'm hearing that they owe you. That you guys have done so much for the family in past lives, your ancestors in past lives, that it's almost like you guys sacrificed yourselves and your happiness for so many generations, and that it's almost like in the beginning of your life now, this lifetime, I mean, that you got caught up into that same karmic pattern of kind of sacrificing yourself for others. But this is the lifetime that you break that pattern, and things are supposed to be given back to you. That that your ancestors are orchestrating this, that you two will come together, that you will have divine union, and that you will have true joy when you two come together, that you will have true happiness, and that this relationship coming together will feel like freedom. You guys might have some strong 9th house energy. I feel like maybe even like a Venus in the 9th house, or I'm seeing that it's maybe more than a Venus, maybe like a moon in the 9th house, or possibly a Jupiter in the 9th house, or a Jupiter in Sagittarius. That you have this feeling that for you, true love and relationships need to incorporate a feeling of freedom, of feeling like you are free to express yourself, to fully be yourself, to express your full authentic self, and not having to hold anything back, and not to just be put into this position of serving another or just helping another, but to be able to fully express and and I'm hearing experience your full self in your full life, because I feel like maybe you've been holding your own light back. You've been holding yourself back from yourself, is what Spirit is saying. That you have been almost afraid to explore who you really are, and that this person has been that way with themselves as well. And that's because they had to grow up too quick. And so it's like they haven't had the space or the room to really explore their true personality, to explore who they really are. And I feel like when you two come together, you two will be that safe space for one another to really express and experience not just this other person's personality, but your full personality. And it's like you'll be coming to an awakening of who you really are, of your true potential within yourself through this relationship with another, and vice versa. They're going to have this same awakening within themselves through you. And that because it's a safe space where you two can feel completely reciprocal in your love for one another, you two can feel completely safe to express yourself and explore different ideas about the world and about who you are. And I feel like you're just going to feel like you're going to be spreading your wings when you two come together. It won't feel stifling anymore. I feel like a lot of your life has felt stifling, and this is going to feel exhilarating. It's going to make you feel alive. Let's pull one final card for you guys. I'm using this flower deck. I get a final card for pile number 1, talking about their soulmate. Okay, this is the one that fell out. We have Blackthorn. It says negative to positive. Blackthorn is also known as the mother of the woods and the dark crown of the woods. The shrub is mainly aligned with hardship. The phrase, a blackthorn winter, meant a harsh season was ahead. Blackthorn, though, also produces pretty white flowers in April and then useful fruit in September and October. This card may mean that you're facing a difficult situation that by strength you can endure and eventually turn that experience into a positive one. Well, there we go. That's really amazing. It always surprises me when the perfect card falls out, because that's exactly what we were just discussing. You two coming together will be kind of coming out of the winter, like the winter of your soul. You're going to be coming out of the negative seasons and the karmic patterns of the past, and it's going to be springtime. And what I'm hearing is, more so than that, all these things that you two have been through on your own before you came together in this journey was to strengthen yourselves. That it was to build you into the person that you're meant to be, and that you have finally achieved that within yourself. And so now this soulmate connection, this twin flame, will be coming through. And I feel like Spirit is saying that you're ready for it, and that not to be afraid of it, because you've been hurt so many times in the past. But this person is going to feel the same way. And that you two are not going to be karmic for each other in the negative sense. This is going to be a karmic reward for both of you. And that it's just going to be the end of the tough cycles of the past. And you have grown. Spirit is saying that you have grown from all of these hardships into such a beautiful soul, into such a beautiful individual, inside and out. And this person coming in is going to help you to finally see that in yourself, to embrace that in yourself, and to love yourself for who you really truly are. And I think that's just such a beautiful thing, pile number 2, that this person is going to not only are you going to fall in love with them, but they're going to help you to fall in love with yourself. They're going to help you to see your true value, your true worth, and to have the freedom to express yourself, not just with them, but in the outside world. I feel like you two coming together will make you both bolder, braver, stronger, and you're already both such strong, brave people, but I just feel like it's going to open up a whole new world for both of you. And I feel like what I'm hearing is when you two come together, that it's like winter time will be over, that everything's going to thaw, and it's just going to feel like a beautiful summer day or a springtime day. All right, pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I enjoyed reading for you. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, as that helps my channel to grow. And please comment below your thoughts on this reading. I would really love to hear what your zodiac sign is, if you've already met this person, or if this reading connected with you in any way. I'd love to hear from you. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and ring that bell, because that will give you notifications every time I upload more videos like this. So with all that said, I hope you have an amazing and beautiful day, pile number 2, and I look forward to seeing you in the next reading. 3. If you chose this crystal, which is a clear opal crystal, then this is your reading. Let's dive right on it in. I already pulled a few cards for you, pile number 3. We have Cancer, I feel. We have Mercury retrograde. We have Leo, I will. And we have Void of Course Moon. Now let's dive right on in, talking about your soulmate, talking about their personality and your connection with them. So, pile number 3, what I'm getting with your soulmate is that this is a person with a very changing and very changeable personality. I feel like this person has had to reinvent themselves many times. And I feel like there's been a lot of change in their lives. I feel like they might have undergone a lot of transformation, and I feel like they might have felt like they've had a lot of chaos in their life, that they've constantly felt like they've had to be a chameleon, is what I'm hearing, in the skin that they wear, is what I'm hearing. So in their personality, I feel like Spirit is giving me this image of 4th house being ruled by Mercury, that they might have had a lot of change, a lot of transformation throughout their childhood, and like they had to constantly adapt to all these new circumstances that were constantly being thrown at them. I feel like they are a person with a very keen intuition. I feel like their intuition is the constant for them. I feel like the intuition is what keeps them steady, and that's their guide in this life. But I feel like this is somebody that that feels like, to a degree, they have really great intuition, but they also have a harder time understanding why they feel what they feel. I'm feeling like with Mercury retrograde and the Void of Course Moon, a Void of Course Moon is a moon that's not making any aspects to anything. And I always like to call it Void Off Course Moon. And the reason for that is because moons that aren't making any aspects to anything just kind of feel like they're just floating there, not having anything to support them. And Mercury retrograde is a when it's in a person's birth chart, that means that this person was born looking back in their life, that they aren't ready. Whenever a planet is retrograde, it means that a person's energy within that planet is born looking backwards towards other karma and other lifetimes, rather than ready to move forward into the future. So when a Mercury is retrograde, that means that your mind and the way you process information and the new information that you're looking for, that a lot of it is more inward, that you are looking more karmically and more within your own spirit and your own soul to try and get those answers. So I feel like this is a person that feels kind of confused in who they are. I feel like that they're somebody that feels things deeply, but they haven't had an avenue to express what they feel deeply to other people, that they always feel kind of gaslit every time that they try to express what they really think or how they really feel. And I feel like because of that, this person is kind of treated, what I'm hearing is like a puppet on a string, that other people have constantly tried to manipulate them and use them, and that throughout most of their life, these people were successful in using and manipulating your soulmate because they had this feeling of not being quite sure who they were, at least in their early years. And because they have such a sensitive and I'm hearing empathic, they're super empathic. They have such an empathic nature and such a big, big heart that they were willing to help people no matter what, and because of that, that's gotten them into some hot water that has possibly hurt them on a psychological level. I feel like this person has built up a bit of a shell around them. They might be a Cancer. I'm getting the Cancer energy stronger than the Leo energy. They might be a Leo rising. But I feel like for Leo, the Leo energy that's coming through has more to do with a performer, that they feel like they've had to put on a performance most of their life, that they haven't felt like they could be real with expressing themselves, and that they kind of have felt like almost like they've lost themselves a little bit. They've lost themselves in the mask that they were wearing, is what I'm hearing. And I feel like they've had to play the role of not being sensitive. They've had to play the role of being somebody that is very carefree and fun and go with the flow, but deep down they're actually a very, very deep soul. They're very, very sensitive. It's like they've been forced into this position of seeming like they are an extrovert and super, like a super exciting, almost like party girl or party boy type of person, but that's actually not who they are. They are actually more of an introvert inside, and that's what they wish they could express, but they haven't had the opportunity yet to feel comfortable or safe enough in their life to really go inwards. But what I'm hearing is that when they are alone, that a lot of that time is actually spent in deep introspection, that their mind is constantly, I'm hearing, their mind is constantly working out things and dealing with things on a deeper psychological level, and like working through their karma, even when they're just like dealing with other people and going about their day-to-day life, that they put on this show that they're very superficial and very carefree and fun and outgoing, but what's going on underneath is massively different than what they're showing the rest of the world. I'm seeing an image of a glacier, and it's like what everybody sees is just the tip of the iceberg that's sticking out, but there's like this huge glacier that's underneath the water, and it goes so deep. And I feel like that's what's going on with this person's soul, that because they had kind of a chaotic childhood where they were put into a position where they felt like they had to wear a mask, that they had to be kind of fake all the time, they had to make everybody else smile, they had to be a bit of an actor or actress or performer, and like be a light for others. And because of that, they haven't been able to ever feel like they can express how they truly feel, what their true nature is. And that performer, that fun, vibrant, bubbly part of them is actually just a protective shell that they've learned to put around them. And I'm hearing it's not that this person is super, I feel like that sounds like this person is super fake, and that's not what I'm getting with this person. It's not that they're fake, it's that they don't feel, and they've never actually, it's not that they don't feel, they've never met somebody that can withstand the depths of their soul, because they haven't met you. I feel like you might have some strong Scorpio energy, you might have some strong water sign energy, or at least water house energy, I'm hearing. You might also be life path number 7. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I am. I feel like you guys are very, very deep and very soulful people. And I feel like this person needs somebody like that, but they feel like they're pushed into this role of having to always put on a show for everybody else and never getting to be their true authentic self. And it's like, I feel like they've almost like lost track of who they really are at their core because of that. But I feel like when they're alone, that's when they're able to reconnect with who they really are. And that reconnection with who they really are, I feel like it almost kind of freaks them out how spiritual they naturally are, that they might just be thinking they're having, like, you know, some sort of fantasy or a dream or something like that that they're thinking about in their mind, but then they realize, like, oh, this was actually, like, they think maybe they're just being creative and coming up with like a story in their mind. And then they realize that, oh, this actually happened to somebody else, or oh, this actually is a past life memory, and this, that this is, they see things in the outer world that show that they have these psychic gifts, and yet they don't know how to process that part of them yet. Let's get some more cards on pile number 3, on their soulmate, on their personality. I get some cards on pile number 3's soulmate, their personality. Okay, pile number 3, we have the 6 of Swords. It says detachment. We have the Queen of Cups. It says intuition. We have the 3 of Pentacles that says mastership. We have the Knight of Swords that says idealism. So, pile number 3, this is very interesting because they kind of match the cards that were above, which always amazes me with tarot when that happens. The Queen of Cups is Cancer's, is naturally ruled by Cancer. The Queen of Cups represents Cancer, and that was the card that we had before. The 3 of Pentacles talks about, it talks about being in a position of putting your work out there to be seen by others, of being a performer of sorts. This person might actually work in some sort of performing arts industry. I feel like they might, if they're not like musically talented or artistically talented, I feel like they might be famous in some capacity or do something that involves working with within the arts. It's like I see them as somebody that like works on movie sets. If they're not an actor themselves or actress themselves, they might be somebody, I just see them as maybe somebody that is working as like an art director or some sort of like writer, or having something to do with a work that is going to be seen by a lot of people. I'm also hearing like a video vlogger type of person. Somebody that is constantly put into a position of being an entertainer, of being seen, which a lot of Cancers actually are. A lot of people don't realize that about Cancer. I feel like people always say, you know, Cancers are natural introverts, which they are, because they're ruled by the moon, which is a water sign. But I feel like what people don't know about Cancer is that their second house is Leo. So what they value the most, how they express their values in the world, is the sun is super, super shiny and bright, and this attracts a ton of people towards them. A lot of people are like very, very attracted to Cancer and Cancer energy, which can be a good and a bad thing. That's why they have to develop that shell around them, because they can attract negative energy towards them just as much as they can attract good energy towards them, because they reflect everybody else's light around them. So everyone is so attracted to Cancer. And I feel like they're also natural performers because they feel things so deeply. They know how to express emotions so naturally, and that's what all the arts are about. Whether it's music, acting, writing, nothing within the arts is good if it doesn't move you emotionally. That's most of the time when we say, oh, I don't like this song, or oh, I don't like that actor or actress. Like, it's because you're saying, really, they didn't move you emotionally, or they moved you in a direction emotionally that you didn't want to go. And that's what Cancers are good at. One, they can feel the emotions, and two, they can move other people through the emotions and express the emotions in an artistic way. And so I feel like, with all that said, I feel like all of that actually very much pertains to this person and their energy. And I feel like it might pertain to your energy as well. You might be a Cancer as well. I feel like a lot of Cancers do tend to date other Cancers because most people don't understand the emotional depths of water signs quite as well as fellow water signs. But I feel like this person has learned to detach themselves emotionally, feeling like they don't know where to go in their life. They don't know who to trust. They have constantly been put in this position of being put on a pedestal, of having other people look up to them, where they feel like they've almost been idealized with the Knight of Swords. That they've been, that other people have almost tried to control them by the pedestal that they've put them on. To kind of use them for, what I'm hearing is use them for their charms, use them for their pull with people, meaning this person's very naturally persuasive with other people. And I feel like this person might very well be in the entertainment industry and might be being manipulated by them, because I'm just getting that this person wants to explore the more spiritual side of them and themselves, but they're being forced into a position of having to fake it and not be true to who they really are. And it's almost like having their own energies being used against them. Now, even if they're not in the entertainment industry, this can happen in life with family, with friends, with being in the wrong friend group, where this person I feel like is getting manipulated and used quite often. And I feel like this person has such a strong magnetic energy about them. I feel like they make people want to be around them. They make people feel so, it's like they can make the other person see the light within themselves. And that makes them so magnetic. I feel like other people look up to them, and yet this person doesn't really look up to themselves. They don't see in themselves the light that everyone else sees around them. Or, I mean to say, sees in them. And I feel like they need you. I feel like they don't realize yet how much they need you. I feel like their soul is missing you. And I feel like you two might mirror each other in a lot of this. Because soulmates do have a tendency to do that, to mirror each other in life situations. And I feel like they have had to kind of learn how to be on their own, how to detach from others, how to stand on their own 2 feet, but they long for connection with another. They long to feel like they belong with somebody, and yet I don't think they've ever felt that way. I feel like their life has been really confusing and very ungrounding, and they don't know how to handle all the emotions that have been thrown at them and thrust upon them. And let's get some more information, some more cards on pile number 3. Let's talk about your relationship and your connection with them. Pile number 3, we have mirror, we have get grounded, we have trust your path, and then we have the initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. So, pile number 3, it's very interesting that the mirror came out because we were just talking about that you two, you might feel like you relate with this person quite a lot. And I feel like we've had that with almost all the readings today. I feel like it's been a lot of more twin flame connections than just your soulmate connection, that this is a person that you feel that you two can truly understand each other because you've been through similar things. And I feel like this person might be the mirror reflection of you, but like the opposite mirror reflection of you. So even though you're very similar, there might be like a lot of ways in which you two are similar, but just different enough that it adds contrast and understanding and perspective for one another. I feel like when you two come together, I'm seeing this as a definite twin flame connection, that you two will finally feel complete. And I feel like a lot of this connection is going to be about grounding, that you both kind of feel thrown about by life, and that so many relationships have been so very confusing and emotionally manipulative, and you haven't felt like there's been much that is super solid or structured. At least this person feels that way within their life. And I feel like you might have been trying to manifest this person, and that this person might have been manifesting you as well. I'm hearing that your path is, both of your paths are going to lead to one another. That you guys don't even need to manifest one another. That just walking the road of your life, you two are going to cross paths, and that your paths are meant to cross. That the road that you are both on is going to be leading to one another. And I'm hearing that when you two do come together, that it's going to open up a whole new path, that you're not going to feel so lost and confused. It's like the world is finally going to start to make sense, that you're going to see the answers in this person, and likewise with you, they're going to see the answers in you that they were looking for in life and in the world. That you both have a lot of deep truth and hidden knowledge that is written within the depths of your soul, and that's why you both have this innate desire to go inwards, but maybe haven't had the chance to really explore the depths of your soul and your spirit and your emotions and your psychic capacity, because exploring our emotions also, it opens up psychic doorways, because the doorway to our psyche, the doorway to our psychic gifts actually comes through the water in our chart. It comes through our emotions. It comes from feeling. Spirit speaks to us through feeling. And I feel like when you two come together, you two will feel an immense sense of connection to the earth, a connection to reality that you guys maybe didn't feel before. That maybe before, this person and you possibly felt so thrown about by life, that there was so much chaos and so much confusion and so many relationships that just didn't make sense and were toxic, and people that you trusted that wound up using you. And this kind of made you withdraw a little bit, and made you feel like you couldn't be centered to who you really are, and centered to the physical world. And I feel like when you two come together, it's going to create this great grounding effect. It's going to create this great connection back to the earth and back to reality. And I'm hearing that it's going to open up a whole new pathway of psychic abilities, of intuition, a whole new pathway to another life for both of you. And I feel like what Spirit is saying is, with the initiation, is that all that you guys went through in the past, within your childhood and within your time before you met each other, was almost like an initiation period, that you had to go through the storms so that you could appreciate the light of the day, and so that you could see the light and the truth more clearly, even though it was hard. And you two coming together, I feel like it's just going to open this doorway to another life, and also almost like another realm, another dimension within yourself, because you're going to amplify such depths within each other's hearts and souls. It's going to be like a portal of sorts when you two come together, when you two when you two meet. So let's get one final card, pile number 3 for you. Talking about overall, what card for pile number 3? Okay, pile number 3, this is the card that came flying out, and it says bluebells, or that's the name of the flower, is bluebells. And it says spring, joy, beauty. The bluebell is the sweetest flower that waves in summer air. Its blossoms have the mightiest power to soothe my spirit's care. I guess that was a quote from Emily Bronte. It says, bluebells fill European woodlands with carpet of blue, and they are known for their scent, and their appearing heralds the essence of late spring. This card denotes it's time to enjoy the beauty of things, whatever the season. So, as I was saying, pile number 3, you two coming together is going to feel, it's going to feel so fresh and almost like springtime. You two might not meet each other until later in life. Now, this is a collective reading, so that might not be true for everybody, but this talked about late spring, this card, which might mean that you both have maybe lived a little bit more life before you meet each other. But I feel like this connection for you two is going to be what both of you have always been craving and wanting in the world but couldn't find in the world. And I feel like the amount of joy and happiness and just I see it as like a very bubbly and fulfilling energy when you two first meet. And most people wouldn't guess when you two first meet just how deep you guys both are, especially in your relationship, and how deep you two can go. Most people will just see this as kind of a light, almost like a puppy love kind of relationship at first. The connection, they wouldn't guess that the connection between you two is so deep like it is. And I just feel like it's because you two are kind of blocking out the rest of the world, and that you two do have fun together. You two are super flirty and lighthearted together, but what really makes you two fall in love with each other is actually the depths of how deep you both can go, and the deep intuitive emotional understanding and spirituality that you two share. But you don't share that with anyone else. It's like that is just for you two, and that's like you create your own little world with one another with that. And I feel like most people wouldn't even guess how deep this relationship goes, but you two both know. You two both feel it in your soul when you first meet, and I feel like it's just going to deepen and deepen as your relationship progresses on. Well, pile number 3, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please give me a like, as that helps my channel to grow, and please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more like this. Also ring that bell if you want notifications about every time I upload more videos like this. And please comment below, because I absolutely love hearing from you guys. I love hearing if this connected with you, and I love to hear what your zodiac signs are, and like to hear about your personal astrology and how it connected. I enjoyed reading for you, pile number 3. I hope you have an amazing and beautiful day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next reading.